Good afternoon, John Verlin, On-Demand Advertising Solutions, another digital marketing update, a video podcast. And I wanted to talk today about a question I got from a listener about a week or two ago named Leanne. She's in Lee Summit, Missouri. John, I've been listening to your podcasts. I really enjoy them. I get a lot out of them. And I do have a question now, particularly with, Facebook changes on their algorithm. How do I get more people to learn about my business? You pay for Facebook now, basically, but she's asking, how do you do it to promote it organically, I guess is what she's asking, and to get prospects, and to review my business? Well, that's a good question, Leanne, and I've been kind of looking into that to give you some ideas here. First of all, if you've listened to earlier podcasts, I've really focused a lot on the importance of content and good content. And it used to be, and this is, I found a good little article from Forbes Agency Council about ways to improve search engine optimization in 2017, but it's applicable obviously today. You need to focus the content and not make it real broad. In other words, it's going to be really important to cross-channel market your information because it's going to affect the viability of your pages. And you want to make sure that whatever content you produce, it's built and based around the intent of what your users want to find when they search for your brand. For example, if you're, a hairdresser, you want to make sure anything beauty-related, content you might have, tips, things like that, are tightly focused is what I'm trying to say, on your business. Because it's becoming so, the search engines and the algorithms are getting smarter, and they're able to weed out fluff from good stuff, so to speak. It used to be, too, that you would hire a search engine optimization professional to put stuff together for you to get more optimized website, things like that. And it comes down to make sure they're ethical if you do hire someone, because it used to be you could game the system and they'd put all these, keywords, and they'd stuff them, I guess they call it. And you want to make sure whoever you do hire, if you do, that they are ethical. Because you want all this to be legitimate, meaning you want this to be relevant, good content, not stuffed with a bunch of words about beauty, and hair design or styles or whatever. It needs to come from the heart and come and be natural, okay? That really is the bottom line. There's a great comment here from Douglas Carr in this Forbes Agency Council article I found, that he's from DK New Media, and he says search engine users and search engines are now trying to find amazing content, a highly researched multimedia or rich media, I like to use, organized piece of content that provides great value. That is the bottom line in all this. Value to the prospect, value to the customer, that's organized, neat, something that they really get something out of. That's the focus. So if you're promoting your expertise, that's what you need to target, of giving them value for their time. If you're going to talk about hairstyling, make it a top 3 new hairstyles for fall of 2018 or whatever it is, that gets their interest and gets them engaged and keeps their attention. And if you don't, look at how hard it is to find really good content. A lot of hype, it's hard to find good content. And you just go to Netflix, you see what I'm talking about when you see all these, even though they may be rated 5-star, and you watch it and you think, who rated this thing? This is terrible. It's just hard to find really good content. So anyway, that's some comments I found regarding the nature of content. Now, there was also a really good article Nellie Akalp, who's a contributor for Forbes, set up on getting customer reviews. So you want them to be able to build your shares, you're asking, Leanne, is having really good content. That is going to happen organically. People are going to read about it. You're going to be promoting this, of course, on your social media. Any advertising, you may link to some of that content. It's naturally going to be shared. The quality of it and the value is what's going to increase those shares. Okay, because more and more people are going to see that and say, that's really good. And you'll see that on your website. You'll see people referring it and sharing that with other, particularly if you have a Facebook share or like, you'll see those increase also. But Nellie has a nice little list here of setting up profiles on multiple review sites in order to get more customer reviews. For example, Yelp, Google My Business, Google Local, Yahoo Local, LinkedIn, TripAdvisor, City Search, all these have where they're platforms that you can set up to get customer reviews about your business. And depending on the kind of business and what it is, you can set that up. And then she talks about one of course, the easiest ways is, well, ask your customers to give you a review. Now, I recently got a little security camera, cheap little security camera, and the company emailed me, thanked me. They were out of Hong Kong, actually. And they, 2 days later, want to know if I'd give them a positive review. It was on Amazon. And I didn't say anything. I didn't respond. Well, 2 days after that, I got another email. We'll give you a free camera. Boom, I'm all over that. I got it. Well, I liked it anyway. I was going to do a review, but I just took my time. But they offered me a free camera, and I got it, and I gave them a great review because I liked it anyway. So she says you can ask your customers, make it easy for them to leave reviews, where I like to incorporate this, and this she recommends also, incorporate this as part of your process. Any new customer, I like to do email follow-ups. Follow up with an email, thank them for their business, of course. Ask them if they'll give you a positive or a review, a positive review for a good experience. This does a couple things, really. Number one, it's a quick follow-up, knowing you're in touch with your customer, you're welcoming them to your business, you're thanking them for their business, you're asking them for a positive review, and then you incentivize them, just like the Hong Kong company did with giving me another camera. You might offer a discount or a $25 gift card or whatever, and you don't want to buy reviews, so to speak. You want this to be natural. You don't want to make it so incredible everybody's just going to write something for something. This has to be a genuine thing, because if they're a real verified customer, you want natural word of mouth, just like we used to do years ago with testimonials. So you need to make it easy for them. In the email, have links to Google My Business or Google Local or Yahoo Local or any of these search directories for them to easily do it. And then follow up quickly if you do incentivize them with something to be able to get that quickly, and thank them for the review. And then again, make this part of your processes, because you can get all these reviews and now you got something you can promote on top of learning about what your customers' interests are. And if you get a negative review or mediocre, then you can find out some customer research right there. They're giving you free advice or free things to do. You were really slow on answering my last email, and they may give you 3 out of 5 stars for that or something. Well, that's something to work on. You're getting customer feedback. So all this works great, because you not only get a review, but you get feedback. At the same time, if it's good or bad or whatever, you can then know what to work on. And of course, you want to get in touch with them right away to correct that. You probably have seen this on Amazon or whatever. If somebody complains, the company gets right back and say, we're sorry you felt this way. Here's how we can make it up, blah, 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 or whatever. So basically, great content, great value to your prospects and customers, Leanne, is ways to get shares, likes, follows, everything, because this is the centerpiece of who you are online. Okay, because that's how they're going to evaluate you, based on the expertise you have and how you present that expertise. It's no different than if somebody walked in a store, talked to you personally, looked at you, listened to you, saw your mannerisms. Well, they're doing that online now, basically. And that's involved with your content and your look, your website and your blog and everything else. So this is some ways to increase not only the shares, but likes, and to get positive customer reviews. All this works together, because if the customer likes what they see, does business with you, and then you promote that, they're going to be inclined to give you a good review, and you're accomplishing a number of things here by doing this. So those are some suggestions I have that I think might help you, Leanne. And again, the paid advertising you're doing, you're either going to pay for advertising or you're going to do creative, great value content that gets attention and gets people engaged. Either way, you're going to be building an online presence one way or the other, because they are going to see your TV or radio ad or print ad, and they're going to go to your website or whatever it is you link that to learn more about you, or they're going to pull you up on their mobile device. And mobile indexing is really big. Most of the websites now are mobile optimized. In other words, if you use WordPress or whatever. But this is really critical, understanding that, because a lot of people now, with all this, algorithm changes and artificial intelligence, and I'm sure you've done this, you just ask Google or Siri, hey, I want to get a pizza, where do I go? And they'll bring up pizza things in your area with ratings, and you can see reviews, all that right there on their phone while they're driving. So that's why this is so important, because of how we're doing that, how we're engaging and checking with businesses now to do business with them. John Verlin, On Demand Advertising Solutions. My email, love to hear from you, johnverlin12@att.net. OnDemandAdvertisingSolutions.com is the website. And if you have any questions, like I say, or any comments, love to hear from you, and we'll talk to you again soon.